Have you ever wondered why, despite eating well, exercising, and doing everything right, your legs still get weaker? Why do you feel the stairs become steeper? Why does it take you a little longer to get up from your chair now than it did before? Is it simply due to age? Or is there another factor that is silently hurting you? This is what will surprise you. It's not always about what you don't do. You did it without even realizing how bad it was. Most elderly people make silent mistakes every day, and they do it with complete confidence that they are making the right decision because they have heard all their lives that fruits are healthy, natural, and good. Indeed, most of them are like that. This is the reality that no one discusses. Not all fruits are suitable for the elderly. In fact, some fruits, the kind we consume without question every week, can gradually weaken our legs, cause knee pain, worsen arthritis, and make walking more difficult. Fruits marketed as healthy can actually harm mobility, balance, and leg strength. You see, as we age, our bodies change, our circulation weakens, our metabolism slows, and foods that once benefited us can now subtly start harming us, especially certain fruits. They seem harmless. They may taste sweet. However, they contain a lot of acids, carbohydrates, and other substances that affect blood sugar levels, cause arthritis, and weaken your legs. What's the worst? The damage will be gradual, subtle, and undetectable until one day you feel a sharp pain in your calves, persistent discomfort in your thighs, or tightness in your knees after just a quick walk. The 7 most dangerous fruits that any senior citizen over 60 should stay away from will be revealed today. On this journey, we'll uncover surprising facts about 7 fruits that may do more harm than good to your aging body. These are not villains, they are no longer the heroes they once were. We will also share fruits that can lift you up, relieve pain, and help you step lightly. This is your wake-up call, a chance to take control and protect the independence you've gained. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's talk about how to keep your feet healthy, your spirits happy, and your future bright. Because age is just a number, but strength is a choice. Are you ready to do it? 7 fruits to avoid and why. Pineapple. Let's talk about pineapple, the juicy, golden fruit that screams summer and the tropics. Over the years, you've probably chopped it into a refreshing snack, blended it into smoothies, or enjoyed it grilled at a backyard barbecue. It's hard to resist, isn't it? Pineapple feels like an all-natural treat, and you may have heard it's a health superstar, packed with vitamin C and an enzyme called bromelain that has anti-inflammatory effects. But here's something that might surprise you, especially if you're over 60, this sunny fruit may be secretly working against you, sapping the strength from your legs and making your joints ache. Let's explain why the pineapple may not be the friend you think it is, and it could affect your mobility in ways you never imagined. Imagine you are enjoying a bowl of fresh pineapple. The sweet and sour flavors explode in your mouth and you feel good knowing you are eating something healthy. But when you enjoy that sweetness, something subtle is happening inside your body. Pineapple is loaded with natural sugar, fructose to be exact, which hits your bloodstream like a sugar rush. Now that you're young, your body can handle these pains like a champ. But as we get older, everything changes. Our metabolism slows down and blood vessels become more fragile. The sugar spike from pineapple can cause chaos, especially in the small blood vessels that supply oxygen to your legs, feet, and muscles. Over time, this can lead to poor circulation and you may start to notice the signs. A dull ache in your calves after short walks, ankles that swell and feel tight, or knees that stiffen after sitting for a while. Sound familiar? However, it's not just sugar. Pineapple is also highly acidic. Think of that fragrant slice of pineapple that makes your mouth tingle. That acidity, while harmless in small doses, can cause trouble for aging joints. If you're dealing with arthritis or inflammation, and let's face it, who over 60 doesn't feel a little uncomfortable, the acids in pineapple can act like adding fuel to the fire. They irritate the delicate tissues in your knees, hips, and ankles, making them feel hotter, tighter, and more painful. You may wake up one morning and wonder why your feet feel heavy, as if they're carrying an invisible weight. A quick walk to the mailbox. It may make you tired or sore in ways you've never experienced before. The worst part? This damage is sneaky. It builds up so gradually that you may not be able to connect the dots with the pineapple you've been eating for years. Now, let's talk about bromelain, the enzyme often hailed as pineapple's anti-inflammatory secret weapon. Sounds like a miracle, right? But for the elderly, things are not always so simple. If you're taking medication, and most of us over 60 are, bromelain can cause trouble. Blood thinners, such as warfarin or aspirin, are especially dangerous. Bromelain can amplify or weaken their effects, throwing your body out of balance. Imagine this, you're diligently taking your medications to keep your heart healthy, but your favorite pineapple could be disrupting the very system you're trying to protect. It's not something you notice right away, but over time, these interactions can contribute to swelling, fatigue, or even unexplained pain in your legs. The saddest thing about all of this is that the pineapple seems innocent. It's not like eating a candy bar or a greasy burger that you know you're in for. You're eating fruit, for God's sake. You've been told your whole life that fruit is the foundation of a healthy diet, and pineapples, with their vibrant colors and tropical charm, feel like a guilty pleasure. But the truth is, what works for your body in your 30s or 40s doesn't always work in your 60s or 70s. Our bodies evolve, and so do our choices. The harmful effects of pineapple are not great or obvious, there are no sudden stomach aches or flashing warning signs. Instead, it's a slow, silent thief, robbing you of a little bit of your leg strength, balance, and confidence with every bite. So what can you do? You don't have to give up pineapple forever, life is too short to completely give up the foods you love. But if you notice pain in your legs, swelling, or an uncomfortable feeling that, my body just isn't what it used to be, it's time to take a closer look at your diet. Try cutting back on pineapple, especially if you eat pineapple regularly. Replace it with fruits that help your body age, such as blueberries or cherries, which help lower blood sugar and are better for your joints. Keep a journal for a week or two, record how your legs feel after meals. You might be surprised at the connection. This isn't about giving up the foods you love, it's about making smarter choices that will keep you moving, dancing, and chasing after the grandkids for years to come. You have the right to feel strong and steadfast, moving through life with ease. Pineapple may be a fun tropical treat, but it's not worth the potential damage it can do to your feet. So next time you reach for that golden nugget, stop and ask yourself, will this help me stay the active, vibrant person I want to be? Your body, and your future, will thank you for it. 2. Bananas. Oh, the humble banana, soft, sweet, and always there when you need a quick snack. It's the fruit you might have grabbed on the way out the door, tossed into your morning smoothie, or eaten with oatmeal for a potassium boost. For years, bananas have been a symbol of healthy eating, praised for preventing muscle cramps, boosting energy, and keeping your heart in check. But if you're over 60, here's a revelation that might catch you off guard. That trusty banana may be doing more harm than good, quietly weighing down your legs, stiffening your joints and making every step feel a little more difficult. Let's peel back the layers and discover why bananas may not be a hero to your aging body. Picture this, you're sitting at the kitchen table and enjoying a perfectly ripe banana. Its creamy texture and natural sweetness are like a small gift from nature. You're thinking, this is good for me, potassium for my muscles, natural energy, no guilt here. But as your body breaks down that banana, something sneaky is happening. Bananas are packed with natural sugars and fast-digesting carbohydrates, think fructose and glucose, that hit your blood like a sugar tsunami. When you are young, your body can surf that wave with ease. But now, after the age of 60, your metabolism is no longer as fast. That sugar spike can overwhelm your system, pushing your blood sugar levels to levels that strain your blood vessels and aging tissues. Over time, this can lead to insulin resistance, a condition in which your body has difficulty managing sugar levels effectively. And guess where radioactive fallout usually appears? At your feet. Poor blood sugar control not only affects your energy but is also a silent troublemaker for your circulatory system. The small blood vessels that deliver oxygen to your leg, knee, and ankle muscles are affected and work less effectively. You might start to notice a dull ache when walking to the mailbox, a heaviness in your calves after climbing a few stairs, or a strange feeling of stiffness in your knees that lasts longer than usual. It's not just getting old, it could be those bananas you ate with the best of intentions. The inflammation caused by this sugar creeps into your joints, making them feel painful and tight. You may even wake up in the morning feeling like your legs need encouragement to move. Sound familiar? But the trouble doesn't stop there. Bananas have another quirk that can cause trouble for the elderly. They can cause your body to retain extra fluid. If you're dealing with heart problems or high blood pressure, common for many of us over 60, this fluid retention can lead to swollen ankles, swollen feet, or stiffness that can make you feel like you're wading through molasses. Feeling tight and uncomfortable in your legs after a meal? It might not be the salt from last night's dinner, but it could be the banana you ate for breakfast. This swelling puts extra pressure on your joints, making every step feel like a chore and robbing you of the comfort you once took for granted. What makes bananas a scam is their healthy reputation. They're not a candy bar or a piece of cake, you're eating fruit, for God's sake. You've been taught since childhood that bananas are a smart choice, a natural way to energize your body. But here's the thing. What works for your body in your 40s doesn't always work in your 60s or 70s. As we age, our systems become more sensitive, and the foods we once loved can start to work against us. The damage caused by bananas is not extensive or immediate, no sudden pain or flashing red signals. It's a slow, quiet process, done over months or years until you realize that getting up from a chair takes more effort or that just taking a short walk causes you pain in a way you've never experienced before. The worst part? Bananas are easy to eat too much. They're portable, perfectly portioned, and satisfyingly sweet. It's not difficult to eat one for breakfast, another for a mid-afternoon pick-me-up, or even a third before bed. But each banana adds sugar, causing inflammation and stress on your feet. You may think you're doing your muscles a favor with that potassium, but instead you could be setting the stage for more pain, stiffness, and fatigue. So what's the plan? You don't have to eliminate bananas from your life forever. Life is too short to completely cut out the foods you love. But if your feet feel heavy, sore or swollen, it's time to rethink how often you reach for them. Try cutting back on just 1 or 2 bananas a week and pair them with a protein like some nuts to slow the sugar spike. Better yet, swap them for fruits that support your aging body, like berries or avocados, which lower blood sugar and are better for your joints. Keep a small journal for a week. Notice how your feet feel after meals. You may be surprised to see a pattern emerge. This is not about fear or deprivation, it's about empowerment. You have the right to confidently move through life, chase after the grandkids, take a walk in the park or dance at a family wedding without your feet getting in your way. Bananas may be a comfort food, but they're not worth the potential damage they can do to your energy. So next time you reach for that yellow fruit, stop and ask yourself, is this helping me stay the active, vibrant person I want to be? Your feet, and your future, will thank you for choosing wisely. 3. Grapes. Grapes. Who doesn't like grapes? Those sweet, juicy drops are the perfect snack. Eat some while watching TV, toss some in a fruit salad, or sip them straight from the vine on a summer picnic. Red, green or black grapes feel like nature's candy and they are famous for being heart-healthy, packed with antioxidants and easy to eat. But if you're over 60, here's a surprising fact that might make you rethink the bowl of grapes on your kitchen counter. These tiny fruits, which may seem harmless, can secretly cause pain, stiffness and swelling in your legs, making it harder for you to move comfortably. Find out why grapes can be more foe than friend to your aging body, and how they can affect your mobility in ways you wouldn't expect. Imagine yourself relaxing on the couch, a small bowl of grapes next to you. They're so easy to eat, no peeling, no cutting, just pure, sweet flavor. As you enjoy each dish, you may think, is this healthy? I'm getting antioxidants. But here's what's going on behind the scenes. Grapes are high in fructose, a natural sugar that your body processes differently than other sugars. Unlike glucose, which fuels your muscles, fructose goes straight to your liver. When you eat more than your liver can handle, and with grapes, that's easy to do, the fructose turns into fat and, worse, uric acid. This is not just a harmless byproduct. Uric acid can build up in your joints, especially in your toes, ankles, and knees, causing pain and swelling that feels like a smoldering fire under your skin. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a sharp, burning pain in your big toe? Or do you feel like your calves are so tight that even a short walk feels like running a marathon? It could be uric acid from grapes at level system. This is a continuation of the response, completing the 800-word expansion while maintaining an engaging, friendly tone suitable for U.S. audiences over 60. A chore. These are typical signs of uric acid buildup, and grapes can be a sneaky culprit. For people over 60, our bodies are not able to remove uric acid effectively, and joints, which are worn down by years of living, become a prime target. Result? Swollen, painful joints make every step a little more difficult, from climbing the stairs to chasing the kids at the park. What makes grapes tricky is that they're easy to overeat. They are small, light, and very easy to use. You grab a handful, then another, and before you know it, you've polished off 2 or 3 cups without a second thought. It might not seem like a big deal, after all, they're just grapes and not a piece of cake. But all that fructose adds up, and the effects keep happening silently. Each handful causes inflammation, not just in the joints but throughout the body, creating a chronic, low-level state that leaves your legs feeling stiff, heavy, and uncooperative. You might notice your ankles swell in the evening, or your knees feel strangely tight after a day of snacking on grapes. It's not the aging you expect, it's the fruit you thought would keep you healthy. Kicker. Grapes have such a wholesome image. You've seen them in health magazines, advertising resveratrol and its heart benefits. And sure, they have some perks, especially in moderation for young people. But as we age, our bodies change. The liver slows down, circulation weakens, and joints become more sensitive. What was once a guilt-free treat can now act as a tiny saboteur, sapping the strength and flexibility you need to live life on your terms. The damage doesn't happen immediately, no alarm goes off after a bowl of grapes. Instead, it happens gradually, until one day you realize that going to the mailbox feels like a workout, or that your favorite chair is harder to get out of. Now, let's talk about that inflammation. Fructose not only turns into uric acid, it also causes chronic inflammation, the type of inflammation that makes your joints feel like they're wearing out with every movement. This isn't the red, noisy inflammation of a wound, it's a subtle, persistent hum that slows you down. Your knees may hurt after a short walk, or your calves feel tight for no apparent reason. Over time, this can make movement itself feel like a battle, robbing the joy out of simple things like gardening, dancing, or playing with your grandchildren. And because grapes are so easy to chew mindlessly, sugar and inflammation build up faster than you'd expect from something so small. So what's a grape lover to do? You don't need to ban them completely, life is too short for that. But if your feet feel sore, swollen, or incontinent, it's time to rethink how often you reach for grapes. Try cutting down to small portions, maybe half a cup a few times a week, and pair them with a protein like a few almonds to slow down the absorption of sugar. Better yet, swap grapes for fruits that benefit your aging body, like blueberries or cherries. They're low in fructose, high in antioxidants, and gentle on your joints, helping to reduce inflammation instead of causing more inflammation. Take a little note for a week, notice how your feet feel after eating grapes compared to other fruits. You may be surprised at the difference. This isn't about giving up the foods you love, it's about choosing what helps you move freely. You have the right to walk with confidence, enjoying a sunset stroll or a game of tag without your feet complaining. Grapes may seem like a harmless snack, but they can prevent you from living the vibrant, active life you want. Next time you reach that cluster, pause and ask, is this keeping me strong and grounded? Your body deserves the choice to lift you up, not weigh you down. So make smart swaps, keep those feet happy, and keep living life to the fullest, because you've got too many adventures left to let a few grapes slow you down. 4. Watermelon. There's nothing like biting into a piece of watermelon on a hot summer day. That crunchy, juicy sweetness, the way the juices trickle down your chin, it's pure joy, like a slice of childhood in every bite. For years, you may have eaten watermelon at picnics, barbecues, or just as a refreshing snack and thought it was healthy. After all, it's mostly water, is low in calories, and feels like hydration in fruit form. But if you're over 60, here's a surprising fact that might make you think twice about that slice of watermelon. This innocent-looking fruit may be silently sabotaging your feet, causing inflammation and making every step feel heavier than usual. Let's find out why watermelon might not be the moisturizing hero you think it is and how it could affect your mobility in ways you never imagined. Picture this, you're cooking with your family, the sun is shining, and you grab a plump slice of watermelon. It's light, refreshing, and you feel good knowing you're choosing something healthy. But as your body digests that piece of cake, something sneaky is happening. Watermelon has an incredibly high glycemic index, which means its natural sugars, mainly fructose and glucose, hit your bloodstream like a sugar rocket. When you're young, your body can handle these mutations without blinking an eye. But now, after age 60, your metabolism runs at a slower rate and your ability to regulate blood sugar levels is no longer as evident. The quick spike in sugar from watermelon can wreak havoc, especially on the tiny blood vessels that help keep your legs, ankles, and knees healthy. Over time, this can lead to inflammation that manifests itself as a dull pain in the calves, swelling in the ankles and feeling tight or reactive in the knees after a short walk. You might be thinking, but it's just water. And sure enough, watermelon is about 92% water, which makes it seem like the ultimate hydrator. But that high glycemic index tells a different story. It acts more like candy than you might expect, causing your blood sugar to spike in a way that puts a strain on your aging body. When blood sugar spikes, your body pumps insulin to manage it, but in the elderly, insulin regulation can feel like a rusty machine, slow and ineffective. This causes inflammation, especially in areas with weaker circulatory systems, like your legs. You may notice your calves feeling tired after meals, strange swelling around your ankles in the evening, or persistent pain when climbing stairs. Suddenly, a brisk walk to the mailbox feels like climbing a mountain, and you'll wonder why your legs don't feel as excited as they used to. The real trap with watermelon is that it's easy to overdo it. It's so light and juicy that one slice turns into 2, then 3 without feeling like a big deal. You're not eating a heavy dessert, it's just fruit. But those slices add up, creating a surprising amount of sugar that your body struggles to process. Each bite contributes to more inflammation, puts more strain on blood vessels, and puts more strain on your legs. You may think you're hydrating, but instead, you're setting the stage for stiffness, fatigue, and discomfort that makes moving around feel like a chore. It's like inviting a glamorous guest to a party, only to realize they're causing trouble behind the scenes. What makes watermelon so deceiving is its healthy image. You've seen it in health magazines, praised for its hydration and low calories. And for younger people or those with different metabolisms, it can be a great choice. But as we age, our bodies change. Circulation weakens, joints become more sensitive and blood sugar levels spike. The damage caused by watermelon is not great or immediate, there are no sudden cramps or flashing warning signs. It's a slow, delicate process, done until you realize that getting up from a chair requires more effort or that taking a short walk makes your legs ache in a way you've never felt them before. So what's your plan if you love watermelon? You don't have to swear forever, summer just won't be the same without it. But if your feet feel tired, swollen or sore, it's time to rethink how often you indulge. Try limiting watermelon to a small serving, maybe a cup once or twice a week, and pair it with a protein like some nuts to slow the sugar spike. Better yet, swap it for fruits that support your aging body, like berries or papaya, which have a lower glycemic index and are gentler on your joints. Keep a journal for a week. Record how your feet feel after eating watermelon compared to other fruits. You may be surprised to see a pattern emerge. This isn't about giving up the foods you love, it's about making choices that help you move easily. You have the right to confidently move through life, enjoy a sunset stroll or play with your grandchildren without your feet getting in your way. Watermelon may be a summer staple, but it's not worth the potential damage. So the next time you eat that juicy slice of cake, stop and ask, is this helping me stay the active, vibrant person I want to be? Your feet, and your future, will thank you for choosing wisely. 5. Orange. Oh, the orange, the bright, cheerful fruit that feels like a burst of sunshine in your hand. Whether you peel one for a quick snack, squeeze it into fresh juice for breakfast, or mix orange segments into a salad, oranges are always a good choice for healthy eating. In fact, they epitomize vitamin C, which promises to boost immunity and help you feel energized. But if you're over 60, here's a surprising twist that might make you rethink that morning glass of OJ. Oranges, while seemingly healthy, can secretly cause trouble in your joints and legs, making every step feel heavier and more painful than usual. Let's peel back the layers and discover why oranges may not be the health hero you think they are for your aging body. Imagine starting your day with a tall glass of orange juice, the sweetness waking you up as you sip. Or maybe you're enjoying a juicy orange after lunch, feeling satisfied choosing something natural and packed with nutrients. But as your body processes that citrus flavor, something sneaky is happening. Oranges are high in citric acid, which gives them a refreshing feeling. While that tang may please your taste buds, it may be less friendly to your joints, especially if you're dealing with arthritis, stiffness, or a general creaky feeling when you're over 60. That citric acid not only stays in your stomach, but it also enters your bloodstream, where it can irritate the delicate tissues in your knees, hips, and ankles, like a spark igniting a smoldering fire. If you've ever woken up with stiff knees that take a while to relax, or felt soreness in your hips after sitting for a while, you might think it's just part of getting older. But drinking orange juice or a daily glass of juice can add fuel to the inflammation that's already brewing in your joints. For those with arthritis or even mildly sensitive joints, the citric acid in oranges can make things worse, turning manageable pain into a nagging pain that follows you throughout the day. You may notice your legs feel heavy as if they are carrying an invisible weight or find that climbing stairs feels more like climbing a hill. It's not just age, it could be the fruit you ate with the best of intentions. But the trouble with oranges doesn't stop with citric acid. They also contain a surprising amount of natural sugars, fructose and glucose, which can cause your blood sugar levels to spike. When you're young, your body can handle these mutations like a pro. But after age 60, your metabolism slows and blood sugar regulation becomes less precise. The sugar shift from oranges causes inflammation, not just in the joints but throughout the body, hitting areas with weaker circulatory systems hardest, like the calves, ankles, and knees. You might feel a dull ache after a meal, a strange tight feeling in your legs after a short walk, or even a feeling of fatigue that makes getting up from a chair feel like a workout. It's like your feet are saying, "We're trying, but something's stopping us." What makes oranges so deceiving is their health halo. You've been reminded your whole life that they're a smart choice: vitamin C for immunity, fiber for digestion, and all the citrus benefits that keep you bright. They're everywhere, from breakfast plates to health supplements, marketed as the key to staying youthful and vibrant. But as we age, our bodies change. Joints become more sensitive, circulation weakens, and what were once harmless treatments can begin to work against us. The damage caused by the cam isn't major or obvious, there are no sudden cramps or waving red flags. It's a slow, delicate process that builds until you realize that going to the mailbox takes more effort or your favorite couch feels harder to escape. The worst part? Oranges are easy to abuse. A glass of juice here, a few wedges there, and suddenly you're consuming more sugar and acid than your body can handle. That morning orange juice ritual, which may seem like a healthy habit, could be setting the stage for the pain you're trying to avoid. And because you're doing it in the belief that it's good for you, it can be difficult to see the connection between your sore feet and the citrus snack. So what's your plan if you love oranges? You don't have to ban them from your life. no one says you can't enjoy a juicy morsel every now and then. But if your feet feel sore, stiff or heavy, it's time to rethink how often you reach for them. Try cutting down on small portions, such as half an orange a few times a week, and pair it with a protein like yogurt to slow down the sugar spike. Better yet, swap oranges for fruits that support your aging body, like berries or avocados, which are gentler on your joints and blood sugar. Keep a diary for a week, record how your feet feel after eating oranges compared to other fruits. You may be surprised at the difference. This isn't about giving up the foods you love, it's about choosing what helps you move freely. You have the right to confidently walk, stroll in the park or dance at a family gathering without your feet complaining. Oranges may be a breakfast staple, but they're not worth what they can do to your energy. So the next time you buy that bright citrus fruit, stop and ask, will this help me stay the active, vibrant person I want to be? Your feet, and your future, will thank you for choosing wisely. 6. Green apples. There's something so satisfying about biting into a crisp green apple. That refreshing, tart moment feels like a healthy choice, a nod to healthy eating that takes you back to picking apples in the fall or packing one in your lunchbox. Green apples, with their clean, low-sweet flavor, seem like the perfect snack, low in sugar compared to their red cousins, high in fiber, and just the right size for chewing on the go. But if you're over 60, here's a surprising fact that might make you rethink that trusty green apple. This seemingly harmless fruit can secretly cause problems in your joints, digestive system and legs, making every step feel heavier and more painful than usual. Let's take a closer look at why green apples may not be the health hero you think, and they could affect your mobility in ways you wouldn't expect. Imagine you're at the kitchen counter, slicing a green apple for an afternoon snack. Its rich, sharp flavor awakens your taste buds and you feel good knowing you are choosing something natural and low in calories. But when your body breaks down that apple, something subtle is happening. Green apples are high in malic acid, which gives them their characteristic sour taste. While that tang may be refreshing, it may not be good for your aging digestive system. As we age, our intestinal lining becomes more sensitive and malic acid can irritate it, causing discomfort that prevents you from immediately connecting with your snack. More worryingly, this acid doesn't stop in your stomach, it can enter your bloodstream, where it irritates delicate tissues in your joints, especially in your hips, thighs, and knees. If you've ever felt sore hips after a long day, tight knees that make getting up from the chair a chore, or a strange warm feeling in your feet that keeps you up at night, you can blame it on age or a busy day. But that green apple you ate with the best of intentions may be contributing to the problem. For those over 60, especially if you are dealing with arthritis or sensitive joints, malic acid can act as a spark, causing arthritis. Over time, this can lead to stiffness, pain, and a feeling of heaviness in the legs, making even a short walk to the mailbox feel like a marathon. It's not just about getting old, it could be the fruit you think will keep you healthy. And then there's sugar. Sure, green apples aren't as sweet as red apples, but they still contain natural sugars, fructose and glucose, which can cause blood sugar fluctuations, especially in elderly people with slower metabolisms. These spikes may not be as impactful as a candy bar, but they are enough to stress your aging body, causing inflammation in your joints and muscles. You may notice your calves cramping at night, waking you up after a good night's sleep, or your legs feel tired and weak when you try to climb stairs. These aren't random pains, they could be related to that healthy green apple you ate before bed, whose sugars and acids work against your body as you sleep. What makes green apples a scam is their healthy reputation. They're marketed as a smart, low-sugar choice, perfect for those trying to eat clean. You've seen them in health articles, praised for their fiber and antioxidants, and they feel like a safe bet compared to sugary snacks. But as we age, our bodies change. The digestive process becomes more complicated, the joints become more sensitive, and the regulation of blood sugar levels is not smooth. The damage caused by green apples is not large or immediate, it does not cause sudden stomach upset or flashing warning signs. It's a slow, delicate process, done until you realize that getting up from the chair takes more effort or that evening walks make your legs ache in a way you never did before. The worst part? Green apples are easy to eat regularly. They're portable, require no advanced preparation, and feel like the right choice for a quick snack or late-night snack. But eating them raw, especially close to bedtime, means your body is dealing with malic acid and sugar as it tries to rest, leading to sleepless nights and morning stiffness. You may think you're doing your body a favor, but instead, you could be setting the stage for more foot pain, fatigue, and discomfort. So what's your plan if you love green apples? You don't have to ban them forever. No one says you can't enjoy that crunchy treat every once in a while. But if your legs feel sore, stiff or cramped, it's time to rethink how often you reach for them. Try limiting green apples to a small serving, such as half an apple a few times a week, and pair it with a protein like a slice of cheese to slow down the sugar spike. Better yet, swap them for fruits that support your aging body, like berries or pears, which are gentler on your digestion and joints. Keep a journal for a week. Record how your feet feel after eating green burlicked apples compared to other fruits. You may be surprised at the difference. This isn't about giving up the foods you love, it's about choosing what helps you move freely. You have the right to confidently walk, stroll in the garden or play with your grandchildren without having to complain about your feet. Green apples may be a healthy staple, but they're not worth the potential damage they can do to your health. So the next time you buy that crunchy, tart fruit, stop and ask, will this help me stay the active, vibrant person I want to be? Your feet, and your future, will thank you for choosing wisely. 7. Mango. There's something magical about a ripe mango, its vibrant color, silky, succulent flesh, and tropical vacation-like sweetness in every bite. Whether you slice it into a fruit salad, blend it into a smoothie, or just enjoy it fresh, mango is a treat that brings joy and summer delight. They're the kind of fruit that makes you feel like you're doing something good for yourself. After all, it's natural, packed with vitamins, and delicious. But if you're over 60, here's a surprising fact that might make you rethink that mango love affair. This delicious fruit may be silently wreaking havoc on your joints and legs, causing inflammation and making every step feel heavier than usual. Let's find out why mangoes may not be the health hero you think and how they can affect your mobility in ways you never imagined. Imagine you're sitting at the kitchen table, slicing a perfectly ripe mango. The sweet aroma fills the air, and when you take your first bite, the juice will run down your chin. It's pure bliss and you're thinking, this is nature's candy, healthy and guilt-free. But as your body processes that sweet pleasure, something sneaky is happening. Mangoes are high in natural sugars, fructose and glucose, in amounts that have serious effects. We're not talking about a gentle nudge. A mango can send your blood sugar skyrocketing. When you're young, your body can handle these spikes easily, burning off sugar with a quick jog or a busy day. But after age 60, your metabolism runs at a slower rate and those sugar surges hit harder, stressing your aging system in ways that immediately impact your joints. These blood sugar spikes not only give you a quick feeling of energy, but they also cause a whole host of trouble, especially in your hips, knees, and ankles. When blood sugar spikes, your body pumps insulin to manage it, but in the elderly, this process can be sluggish, leading to inflammation that targets the soft tissues around your joints. Over time, this inflammation can cause damage, leaving your hips aching, knees stiff, and ankles swollen. You may notice a burning sensation in your toes that makes it difficult to sleep at night, a constant tingling sensation, or a feeling of heaviness in your legs in the evening. If you've ever felt your feet swell after a day of eating only mangoes or struggled with joint pain that made walking difficult, the sweet fruit may have a role to play. What makes mangoes so deceptive is that they feel light and fresh. You're not eating a heavy dessert or a greasy burger, it's just fruit. But that lightness is just an illusion. A mango can contain as much sugar as a can of soda, and because it tastes so good, it's easy to eat more than you intended. One bite becomes half a fruit and before you know it, you've consumed an amount of sugar that your body struggles to process. Not only does this surge of sugar increase your blood sugar, it then lowers your blood sugar, making you feel tired and weaker than usual. If you're dealing with nerve problems, such as neuropathy, the consequences can be even more pronounced, leaving your toes burning or tingling and becoming a frequent unwanted guest. Mango's healthy reputation only adds to the confusion. They are marketed as a superfood packed with vitamin C, fiber, and antioxidants. And for younger people or those with different metabolisms, they can be a great choice. But as we age, our bodies change. Circulation weakens, joints become more sensitive, and blood sugar regulation is not smooth. The damage from the mango was not great or immediate, there was no sudden alarm after the smoothie. It's a slow, delicate process, done until you realize that getting out of your chair requires more effort or that taking a short walk makes your legs ache in a way you've never felt before. So what's your plan if you're a mango lover? You don't have to ban them forever, life is too short to give up the things you love. But if your feet feel heavy, swollen or tingly, it's time to rethink how often you indulge. Try limiting your mango intake to a small portion, such as 1/4 of a fruit once or twice a week, and pair it with a protein like some nuts to slow the sugar spike. Better yet, swap the mango for fruits that support your aging body, like berries or avocados, which lower blood sugar and are better for your joints. Keep a journal for a week, record how your legs feel after eating mangoes compared to other fruits. You may be surprised at the difference. This isn't about giving up the foods you love, it's about choosing what helps you move freely. You have the right to walk with confidence, enjoy a sunset stroll or dance at a family gathering without your feet complaining. Mangoes may be a tropical delight, but they're not worth the potential toll they can take on your vitality. So next time you reach for that golden fruit, stop and ask, is this helping me stay the active, vibrant person I want to be? Your feet, and your future, will thank you for choosing wisely. As we get older, we appreciate simple pleasures, a walk in the park with loved ones, playing with the grandchildren or simply getting up from the chair without a second thought. But if you're over 60, you may find those moments aren't as easy as they once were. Your legs feel heavier, your knees ache or your ankles swell in the evening. You might blame it on just getting older, but what if some of the healthy choices you're making, like eating certain fruits, are secretly working against you? Fruits such as pineapples, bananas, grapes, watermelon, oranges, green apples and mangoes may seem very nutritious but can cause surprising harm to the elderly. They can weaken your legs, cause joint pain, cause swelling, stiffen movement, and make walking more difficult than usual. Let's decode why these fruits can cause trouble and how their hidden effects sneak up on you, while keeping you clueless. First, let's talk about blood sugar levels. You've probably heard that too much sugar is bad, but did you know that even the natural sugar in these fruits can cause problems? Fruits like mangoes, bananas, and watermelon are high in fructose and glucose, which enter your bloodstream quickly, causing your blood sugar levels to spike. When you're young, your body can handle these spikes like a pro, burning off sugar with a brisk walk or during a busy day. But after age 60, your metabolism slows down and blood sugar regulation is no longer as smooth. These spikes stretch the small blood vessels that supply oxygen to your leg muscles, knees, and ankles. Over time, this can lead to inflammation and damage, leaving you with sore calves after short walks, swollen ankles that feel tight, or stiff knees after sitting. You might think it's just age, but those healthy fruits could be causing the problem. This inflammation doesn't stop at your blood vessels but also spreads to your joints, making every step feel like a battle. A sugar spike causes your body to release chemicals that inflame the soft tissues around your hips, knees, and ankles, causing pain that lasts longer than usual. If you've ever felt a dull ache in your legs after eating sugary fruits like grapes or oranges, or noticed your joints are creaking more than usual, this could be the reason. For those struggling with arthritis or poor circulation, inflammation that's common for many of us over 60, this inflammation is like pouring gasoline on a fire, making your joints hotter, tighter and less cooperative. Suddenly, climbing stairs feels like climbing a mountain and you wonder where your energy went. Then there's the acid factor. Fruits like pineapple, oranges and green apples are high in acids, citric in oranges, malic in green apples, which makes them taste delicious. While that feeling may satisfy your taste buds, it may not be good for your aging joints. These acids can irritate the delicate tissues in your knees, hips, and ankles, especially if you're struggling with arthritis or have sensitive joints. It's like rubbing sandpaper on an already tender spot, causing inflammation that makes your legs feel heavy and your movements stiff. You may wake up with your knees unable to bend smoothly or feel soreness in your hips after a day of eating acidic fruits. For seniors with weaker circulatory systems, this irritation becomes even more difficult, as your body struggles to eliminate the inflammation, leaving your legs sore and sluggish. What bothers us about these effects is how sneaky they are. Unlike eating a greasy burger or a sugary dessert where you can feel the immediate effects, the damage from these fruits accumulates slowly, almost invisibly. You don't have an upset stomach or flashing warning signs after eating a banana or a slice of watermelon. Instead, the damage lasts for weeks, months, or even years, until one day you realize that getting up from the chair takes more effort or that walking to the mailbox makes your legs ache in a way they've never felt. Now that you know the surprising truth about these fruits, it's time to take charge of your health and keep your legs strong for the years ahead. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet, just make small, smart swaps. Reach for berries, cherries, avocados, or pears instead of high-sugar, acidic fruits like mangoes or oranges. These gentler choices are kind to your joints, steady your blood sugar, and help you move with ease. Listen to your body, keep a journal to track how your legs feel after meals, and you'll start to see what works for you. Aging doesn't mean giving up, it means choosing foods that lift you up, not weigh you down. You've earned the freedom to walk, dance, and live life with confidence, so let's protect that with every bite. I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share what you've learned today or which fruit you're ready to swap out. Your story could inspire someone else, and together, we can build a community that thrives. If this video opened your eyes even a little, give it a thumbs up, it helps spread the word to others who need it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a tip to keep you strong and vibrant. Share this with a friend or family member who could use a health boost, because caring is sharing. Let's keep moving forward, one confident step at a time.